Yza, Zea, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing, Zea?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to have you guys in. I think this is going to be a special episode. So, it's not. Are you two back together quite a lot now? Have you been at university? Are you here a lot?
Well, recently I've seen her a lot because I've come back and forth for her signing day, and then winter break was also at the same time. So I was here for longer, and then I came back like a couple days later for her signing day.
Because this took forever to schedule with you two. You're both really busy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, also we had my spring break was last week, and her spring break is this week. So it kind of like we kind of missed each other, but we're home a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, look, let's do some intros quickly. Today we have Yza and Zea Gonzalez. All right, the double trouble, right? The two sisters. You both played for SA United. Both being captains at Piper High School. Yza, you're now playing at Southwestern University.
Mm-hmm.
Zea, you've just signed for New Mexico State. So it's going to be a fascinating conversation to hear about your journey. Your mum did send me over a list of all your accolades.
Yeah.
It's a little bit long, but I've picked out a few here that I think the audience should know. So, Yza, you were varsity captain at Piper High School. You're a Southwestern ambassador. You were National Honor Society. You worked in the SA United Rising Stars as some community work, and was on the Piper High School Student Council as just a few highlights. But I mean, the list of your accolades was long. And then Zea, your first team All District, varsity captain at Piper High School as well, ECNL All Conference team, Express News Player of the Week has popped in there, also National Honor Society, and also coached our little ones a little bit of Rising Stars.
Oh, that was Yza.
You didn't do it?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you want to?
Maybe in the future.
So before we start, there was a question on Instagram that was put to you by Despended Life, and she asked, how much off-season work do you put in, and what does it look like for you both?
Well, off season for us is relatively long because our conference season, everyone says that soccer's a fall sport. I've never truly played in the fall until I got to college. But so off season for us is in the springtime. So when we come back from Christmas break, and it's twice a week we have weights and then a 2-hour practice, and then on Fridays we do conditioning in the mornings, and that's really how we kind of roll until summer comes around, and we do like our postseason scrimmages and friendlies and everything.
Okay.
Preseason, we do a whole lot more, but I guess that's not really off season.
Yeah. Okay. What have you been doing in like your off season?
So I'd say the same. How it's not really like off season. Off season is really like all the time when I'm like not playing like club or whatever.
Yeah.
So really it's year round for me, because like during the summer is my like favorite time of the year. I mean, like we get towards like the end of school, and I'm like, can't wait for summer, and people are like, oh, why are you gonna go to the beach? I'm like, no, we get to train. We get to train. So my private trainer is Coach Duncan, obviously. Like, I mean, he coaches here. We love him. So over the summer I do either 2 or 3 a week, every week for the whole summer. And then I also train with Uplifted, which is under Coach Rico and Coach Tara and them. They're wonderful. It's strength and conditioning.
Okay.
So some days I'll double up and do either Duncan in the morning and then really early in the morning, and then go to Uplifted after, or vice versa. Some days it'll just be one, but that's a lot of like what it is. And then for off season / preseason for high school, me and Ashton Hubert, she also played here. We did a lot of mileage in the morning with our new high school coach, and so he got out there with us, and we were running a lot. I mean, I think the most we got is like 15 miles in a week, and so we got a lot on conditioning.
Do you ever get concerned about burnout? I mean, do you take rest days, or how important is your rest to you?
So I love taking naps. I love sleeping. Chilling by the pool, like whenever we're not. I think one of like the top 10 like greatest experiences in life, like over the summer, is having Duncan's trainings, then going to Uplifted, being like absolutely like disgusting sweaty, and then coming and jumping in the pool.
Right.
and just like falling asleep on the floaty.
Yeah.
But you know, my parents have been absolutely amazing with all of their investments in all of the recovery equipment. So we have like the Normatec compression boots that I'll fall asleep on the couch with. We have a lot of like rollers and like all of this stuff. It's like super important because we've been taught with prevention of injuries.
Yeah.
And a good night's sleep every night.
Oh, good. Do you is your at Southwestern, are your rest days built into your program?
They're kind of built into it. It's really up to yourself to go ahead and go to the trainers and take care of your own body, because obviously we have such a short amount of time to get everything done in that week. So our practices are 2 hours long. I go before and after practice to the training room.
Yeah.
I love our trainers. They're awesome, and they definitely take care of us whatever we need. So any tiny little injury to very major injuries. Actually, our trainer, Yza, we had an ACL injury on our team, and she stayed after, like her shift was over. She stayed after, drove her to her dorm, and carried her up the stairs.
Right.
Like that, you don't get that like in a lot of places. And so yeah, our facilities are really great, and our trainers are even better.
Okay, you're enjoying it then?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move on. Sorry, to a little bit of sister dynamic. I've got a couple of questions for you. I'm interested in. Who was the most competitive one growing up?
I don't know. We kind of always fought.
Did you?
Yeah, we really fought kind of a lot. We competed in everything.
When you were both playing over with us, SC United, did you watch each other's games?
I did. I remember Zea just.
You didn't watch your sister?
I did my best.
She was. I don't even know what you were doing, honestly.
Right.
My best. But you know, the game nights banned at our house just because inherited the bickering dynamic from the parents.
What's the family go-to game then?
Oh God, we've banned a lot of games actually.
Really?
My favorite is Last Word.
Right.
But it's a board game, but it's super fun.
I like Pictionary.
Yeah, Pictionary. Okay. I need to. Can I come over for a Gonzalez family game night?
You might hate us after.
Might not make it out.
I'm very good at Uno, so I'll bring that one. 1 versus 1 in the backyard. Who wins?
Actually,
you're both forwards as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I would win if I was attacking, but if Zea was attacking, she would win.
We're both bad defenders.
No.
Lots of goals.
I think
defending.
I'm a pretty good defender. You just have a lot more skills. I think you're just not a good
defender. We'll come on to it because I know when you played for myself, you were a winger.
Yeah.
But Brandon played you at fullback a little bit every now and then.
Yeah. So it was more like a wing back because I loved going forward.
Yes.
So yeah. Well, so I think I'm a pretty good defender. I mean, I stopped the ball.
Is this like a right now if we were to go out there right now?
Well,
who's on crutches?
Yeah, with your current dilemma. Yeah. Did you have any arguments about soccer?
Oh yeah.
It was a big one. Have you ever got a memory of your biggest one?
Probably not the biggest, but like a most common occurring one is who stole my shin guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I always keep 2 pairs of shin guards in my bag at all times because my dad would. No, they're not. My dad would get so angry with us for leaving stuff at home. They're like, "How could you forget your shin guards? It's like one of 2 things that you need to play soccer."
Yeah.
And so I have 2 pairs of my shin guards in my bag, and my sister would always lose her shin guards, so she would always take my extra ones, and then I end up having like 0 shin guards.
So causing problems. Can you remember? Do you have one, Zea? Do you have an argument?
Well, the worst thing about being at the same club is that we have the same kits, and so not just shin guards, socks, shorts. I mean, not jersey tops, but she would steal everything. Like this is the thief. Even my regular clothes, she'll take them.
Were you the same jersey number?
No.
So you didn't steal each other's jerseys?
No, but shorts and socks were definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have there's old shorts that I have that have initials like Y or Z on the tag.
Right.
If I couldn't find my shorts for that game, I would change the initials.
Yeah. We got an admittance. She admits it.
Brilliant. Did you see each other as role models?
I think so.
You think?
I think so. I mean, later, I don't think I would. I looked up to her when I was little,
Yeah.
but I definitely look up to
'Cause,
her now
you know,
for sure.
Did Big Sister, was she a bit of a role model for
Yeah,
you?
no, definitely. I think like being not super older, but like also like enough that we have that bickery relationship. But we're also like now. I mean, obviously now we're like super close. I think it was looking up in a role model, as in like she was more like responsible, like had all these responsibilities earlier than me, so I kind of got to see how things were done.
Yeah.
Not even in like the sense of soccer, but now that now that I'm in high school, I was able to see her take like the medical path through like academically, and I was able to follow that. And so not just in soccer, but also in academics.
That's cool. Oh, that's very cool. Well, I think that leads us quite nicely into your club journey.
Mhm.
Yza, if I can start with you. You, I think, had 8+ years
Yeah.
at SA United.
Mhm.
What kept you here so long?
Honestly, genuinely just the coaches. Like the connection that I had with the coaches is undescribable. I mean, you were my coach at some point. I started with Coach Katie and I ended with Brandon.
Yeah.
Coach Katie made me fall in love with soccer and the competition. Coach Brandon got me to college, and everyone in between definitely honed my skills and like developed into the person that into the player I am today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Is there anything you remember from the early years? Like,
It's so long ago.
did Katie have you in the academy? Was she your academy coach, or was she your
Yes.
competitive?
I think I was in the academy maybe like 2 years, because I didn't start at the Rising Stars.
Right.
So I came into the academy with Coach Katie, and she was a brand new coach too.
Yeah.
Like first time coaching anyone, and she was definitely coaching as a player, and a lot of people had different takes on it, but it was just the passion that I saw in her of the love of the game that I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like really important for some reason.
Yeah.
And I got to learn that throughout like being with her.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
You were part of the under-15 team with myself, but it
Mhm.
was the second team at the time.
Yeah.
But for the audiences, you went on and you played on our top team for a number of
Mhm.
years with Brandon
Mhm.
and really excelled, and look at what you're doing now. But at the time, with myself, like, was there any did that experience being on the second team with myself teach you anything?
Yeah, absolutely. With you, I was able to experience other teams in different levels. I got to play with a number of people at a number of levels also. And actually, when I was playing with you, I was playing for high school for you and for, I would guest play for the 04s
That's right, yeah.
second team as well.
Yeah.
And so
Was Brendan the coach at the
Brendan,
time?
yes. And I got to like not being on the top team at the time I was able to have that flexibility and got to see like how older people play, how I can bring it back to our team, and it just definitely grew my soccer IQ and see what I can do on our team.
We were quite a good little second team, to be honest.
I agree.
Yourself, Ariana was on there, Ellie held.
Mhm.
Was it Maddie Flores?
Yes,
Maddie
Flores.
was with us as well. So, but then quite a few of you moved up to Brandon's team, and it was well deserved. Any favourite memories from your time with us?
Actually, I was just talking about this with my mom. But definitely the away games, like staying in the hotels, doing the scavenger hunts, going in and out of other people's rooms. We were probably really annoying to the other people, but yeah, that was definitely a big highlight. Was just travel.
Okay, that's very cool. So Zea, you were also with us from about under 8 to under 14s. Did the early years shape you, or how did they shape you? Can you remember your coaching staff in the academy?
Oh yeah.
Any memories from that?
Yeah. So I started out with Coach Katie as well. I remember Yza coming home, and one of my favorite Coach Katie stories is Yza called Coach Katie yes, or she responded to her with a yes ma'am, and Coach Katie got mad at her because she was like, I'm not a ma'am yet, I'm not that old. And so I was excited to meet this fiery personality that I thought would really blend with mine. Coach Katie, I mean, she was definitely right off of coaching or playing at St. Mary's. So she was going from my dad coaching me at NASO at the in rec league, going to SA United with my first like competitive environment. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, rec, when I was at rec, that was so competitive for me personally. But getting here where everyone's competitive and at an elevated level, just having her like have so much love and fire for the game and everything just really like, I guess, really did like ignite the passion that there's more than just rec coming, because I had her for, I'm not sure how many seasons, 2 years I think, with the Diamonds.
Yeah, did Dunks take over at under 11?
Yes. So it all started with Duncan guest coaching for Katie. That's when I got my first yellow card.
Right.
That was a tough game.
The first of many?
First of many.
Yeah, okay.
Duncan, he was really just from the start a great coach. I mean, he came in and was like, he wasn't timid. He was just like, "Hey girls, this is what we're gonna do." Like, he just stepped right into it. And so Duncan took us over, and he, looking back on it now, like, he really did a lot for my journey. Just because like I was having some mental issues concerning like, it's practice time, I gotta go. I mean, it was nothing like with the club or anything. It was just like, I want to stay home. I don't want to go to practice. But then like he, when I started doing like private lessons with him, it's like he gets mad at me for dragging my feet on like 2 hurdles, and like he's like, "You can go faster. This is not as fast as you can go." Like, he really pushed my limits and like helped me see that there was something like way ahead of me, and I'm not like the cream of the crop here on Duncan's team, because we were the top team I was on the top team with Duncan. And he helped me see that there's something beyond this. And I think that's a big mentality that I have now, is don't be satisfied with what you are now. Like, there's always more.
That's
and
good.
like,
Did you grow to love practice then?
I did, yes.
Because I've come across in my career as well, you have players that hate practices, right? But they're amazing on game day.
Yeah.
And then you have the ones that work really, really hard in practice and give 100%, and then it doesn't translate to the games. But you enjoy practicing now?
Oh, definitely.
That's good.
Yeah, I guess at that point I was only in it for like the game. I was ready for the game, but like practice, I'm like, I gotta go be out there and be sweaty and gross.
Yeah.
But I guess after my little revelation, I was like, oh well, every practice is a chance to get better, and like you don't have to. I guess you could go up just as fast as you would in a game as you do in practice. So that like fun of let's go 100% in the game, that got translated for me into practice. So that was, practice became fun too.
You were part of our really talented 07 girls team, and we had Maria on a few episodes back, and she was sort of chatting about it and her time with you guys and Dunks. Do you have any other favourite memories of your time with Duncan? Maria mentioned sort of some tournaments in Dallas, and playing up front with you or combining with you. But do you have any memories?
I mean, I'd hate to piggyback off of her, but like just playing at that level with those, like being that, I guess, young and playing at such a high level was just so much fun, because you're like, oh, like we're so good, and like we get to have fun while doing it, and like interacting with all these other players. I mean, like Isla came in from playing with the boys. She came in from playing with the boys, and we're all like, oh god, and then we like become like super close and best friends. I mean, like we still talk to her now. But I think definitely just being our first Dallas tournament, because that was really big. I mean, that might have been like one of the first times I've ever been to Dallas, and then also for soccer. But I think some really good memories were made whenever Duncan made us play in Dallas against 05s.
Right. That sounds a very Duncan thing to do, doesn't it?
That was crazy for me as an 08 playing on an 07 team who's playing 2 years up. Yeah. And then for me, 3 years up.
Oh, of course, I forgot. Yeah, because it was an 07 and you were an 08.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think that's also like the best part about Duncan, is whenever he did like push us to the best, like we were playing against 05s in Dallas, and like even if we like didn't win, when we did, it's like we can do this, and like that's something that we can shoot for.
Yeah. We were chatting a bit off camera about your next move, which took you to Sting Austin ECNL. And like I said, honestly, please be honest. It's a raw conversation. But What pushed you to make that move?
So it's always been a conversation to play at the highest level possible. And the merge with San Antonio Sting San Antonio kind of helped that move when Coach Bo from Sting Austin started asking for guest players from Duncan's 07 team.
Yeah.
So I would go to guest play and play with the 06s here, or the 06s or 7s, I think.
Yeah.
And then eventually we were like, oh, well, why don't we play for the 08s? Because that was also always a talk to play at the highest level for my age group, because again, I was still playing up. And I think also at the time, or a little bit before the merge, I had also been playing with the SC United 06s here and there with you. That was super fun. But with the Sting San Antonio, it offered me the highest level possible, again, with like ECNL and the year after that with the national stage, getting to play at nationals in front of like however many scouts, a lot of scouts.
What were the differences then moving to that level that you noticed? Like any of the challenges? Yeah,
definitely the differences in like speed and skill. Because like for me, I was always like big and fast and strong, which stuck out in these areas. But like whenever I would move to Sting San Antonio, the teams that we were playing, everyone was big, fast, and strong. And so that kind of turned me into more well-rounded player. So I couldn't really use these things all the time because I have a lot of specific memories in games with Duncan where I'll just like get a ball through and like however far ahead of the closest defender. But now that defender was right on my back. And so now I had to develop the more soccer IQ, creativity. How can I make you move away from me to go attack the goal?
Yeah. So you didn't have as much time and space on the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's how it goes when you move up in levels. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What did the club mean to both of you? Because we loved you. We really loved working with you and your time here. And obviously we missed you when you went and we're proud of you for graduating through it. But like, did the club mean anything to you, to both of you?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely a source of pride for me, especially being here for as long as I have been. And it was definitely a big community thing because when I started here, we didn't live right across the street. We ended up traveling 30 minutes to practice every single day, coming to her practices early.
Yeah.
Me doing homework in the car, waiting for my practice to start, and then driving back late at night. And so when we got to move here, our community definitely revolved around SA United. And then Piper Ranch Middle School popped up, and I went there. And a lot of players from SA United went there also. And then Piper High School popped up, and again, same thing. So it just built a community around SA United.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, but it was a very big boost for the club and for me, like pridefully wise.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I would say I met one of the best coaches I've ever had through this club, and like all of the coaching staff, like Yza said, it's just like everyone did everything they could to help me be the best player. So when I wasn't finding the groove in practice with the girls, y'all had me, Coach Ivan let me go practice with the boys, and like that was a higher level for me at the time. So that was development for me. And then, just like Yza said, like meeting people through the club and like seeing them at school, and then like seeing them at the fields and like seeing them at games, just like the big community behind it.
Okay. Cool. Well, you just mentioned Piper Middle School and the high school. So let's move on to the high school and talk about leadership. Because I said earlier, you've both been varsity captains at Piper High School. What does the leadership mean to you then both? So what I have in my head, like what a captain should be, but is it different at high school? Like what were some of your responsibilities as captains of Piper? Is it different than being a captain of youth? Is there more responsibility? You're a current captain now, right? So can you tell us a bit about the role and what the leadership means to you?
Yeah, so my first year as captain was actually when I had my first ACL tear, and that was different for me because I always felt like a leader on the field. We've always been the type of family to be like, even if you don't have the title or position or like official role or whatever, you still act like
that's cool. Yeah.
So leading from the sideline was definitely different. Even when I had that the actual title, I was able to be more vocal. I learned how to talk to people better, players and coaches, and even now, a big part of it is motivation. How can you reach this player's heart and mind while not, I guess, like lighting anything on fire?
Are your teammates comfortable coming and chatting to you?
I think so.
Do they come to you a lot?
I definitely hope they are.
Yeah. Well, if they're watching it, they can come and knock on your door now,
guys,
can't they?
come talk to me if you want.
Yeah.
But being out that first year or that sophomore year also gave me time to watch and not be in the game, and so like helping people, like if I see a player from the sidelines different to how I'd see him on the field, I can be like, hey, like I noticed this and this, like if you would do this instead, like I think it would be better for you. And I think I learned a lot about how to give constructive criticism and not just criticism.
That's cool. How did the role look for you, Yza?
Well, I was captain the first year of Piper in general, and so trying to build a culture from nothing is definitely a lot different. And then also coming from a place like Smithson Valley, I was there for my freshman year, and it has so much history and so much culture and tradition that coming to Piper, it was very different. And so I guess, I mean, like my sister said, we were raised into strong women who always put our best foot forward. And so I guess just being the person that I am kind of allowed other people to lean on me more. And so it was rough being captain.
Yeah.
Because I've always felt like a leader on and off the field, and then in my social group in general. And it was different for me because I was trying not to be super like strict, but also a friend at the same time. And I learned at the end that what leadership means to me is to stand by someone and raise them to the level that they to the highest level that they can be, and past that as a person and player.
Yeah, I noticed it when you were playing with me, like your leadership on the field, always positive. When things weren't going wrong, you were the one trying to motivate the team,
right, yeah.
You know, dealing with adversity, leading the team forward, and just we could just trust you. Like you were just someone that we could always trust. So do you think it came natural to both of you, leadership?
I think so, yeah.
I think I definitely think I had to grow into it just because it was a little I think I was a little like in my head and frustrated that my first captain year I would quite vocal. I don't know who I thought I was. I thought I was Duncan or something, yelling on the field. But I think being in a lot of other leadership roles, including like club presidents and stuff like that, I think it definitely helped me like grow on how to like explain my thoughts a lot better, because I think if we did this a couple years ago I wouldn't be able to get any sentences out, but I think being able to like talk to people like how I want to and get things out, and like I think what I noticed a lot is that not everyone's gonna like you, especially as a captain, because like Yza said, you have to be like willing to, like, if there's a big room that's chattering while we're trying to watch film, you gotta snap it out. And you know, a lot of times in like high school, like people are just there to have fun, but some of us are here to win.
100%.
And I think that that's kind of the culture that you have to stamp in, even if it makes some people mad. And to reach some of those people, you can't change them, so you got to change yourself and how you approach them.
I think knowing you, I bet you are well respected by your peers.
I hope so.
I can imagine you are. Was there a moment then, Zea, that was like, yeah, this felt like I'm definitely a leader. I helped our team in a certain moment or a certain situation, or is there anything that sticks out?
I think when I finally started getting good at like pregame talks, and when I was out sophomore year, because I was like, guys, we got this. Think of that little girl inside you who like has seen you come this far. You can't let her down now. And I think like just being able to stand in front of all these girls, some who were older than me, and be like a motivator was just really like, I like this. I want to help them do more. And then like being able to be back on the field my junior year with the underclassmen, like having that kind of respect and like like look towards me kind of thing. It's kind of just like I want to be that for them. Like I want to be everything they think that I am and more.
Ah, cool. Yza, do you have any examples of where you led when things weren't going very well?
Definitely the first year was just kind of we were a pretty good team. Our freshman or not my freshman year, my sophomore year, our first year. But also like it was just kind of everywhere. Like we didn't know who we were as a team. We didn't know where we wanted to be in 10 years.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we wanted to leave behind. So just staying positive was just a very big thing for me. And actually, I was listening to Zea talk, and it's hilarious. Because being her sister and growing up with her, she was not this person years ago, like at all. And I'm like kind of laughing at myself for it. And seeing her become the captain that she is today and where she's going to go, I'm very proud of her and very excited to see where she is.
It's kind of cool seeing you grow, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've probably got a big part to play in this because I want to jump to some adversity that you've recently had to deal with, Zea, if that's okay. You've had 2 ACL injuries.
Yes.
And one has just recently happened. I'm really sorry. And for the audience, you are on crutches, hobbling up our steps to come into the show. So thanks for that. Are you okay taking us through the moment of the second one?
Yeah. So we had just been hot off our New Braunfels win. That for high school. The first game was a tough tie, and so that second one was super aggressive. We ended up winning, I think 3-0, but it was insane. And then we had to go, or me and my dad drove up to Yza and Dallas to play in the showcase. It was only like 12 minutes into the game that I had been in, the very first game, and I just like a move that I had done like hundreds, thousands of times over the course of my entire soccer career, and just like taking that step and just like twist, crack, fall to the floor.
Was it non-contact?
No, non-contact. Yeah. But in that moment, I think I did everything like mentally to try to convince myself that it wasn't ACL. Just because also it had been 3 years since the right leg tear. I was trying to, I guess, forget but also remember what this one felt like, so I could be like, oh, it has to be something else, like it can't be my ACL, it's like it's swelling different, oh, I can walk on it better, or it hurts more this time, so maybe it's not ACL. But I think I had a talk with my parents, and after the surgery and everything, like this a couple weeks ago, they were saying like they knew that it was ACL. But
because I was going to ask, my next question was going to be, and I think you've just explained it. What's going through your mind when it happens again? Yeah. Like you're saying, that it's like a little bit of denial. This can't be ACL again. This is something else. This is just a minor, twist of the knee or something. But is there anything else that went through your mind when it happened? Was it kind of like oh no?
Definitely an oh no. But I think like in the moment, I was really more focused on like, oh my God, that hurt really bad.
Right. So you don't really think, yeah.
But it wasn't until I came off on the bench and I was like, it like it was.
Did you know? Did you deep down? Did you know it was ACL?
I trying to remember. I really don't think I did. I think I did a really good job convincing myself that it can't have been, because I had a dead leg knee on this knee the Friday before at the New Braunfels game, so I was kind of guarding it. Yeah. So I was like, oh well, maybe it's something else happened because I was guarding this leg. So I mean. But when the first one happened, I ended up playing the whole rest of the game, and so this time came straight off, went to the trainers, did not go back in, and so like I don't know, it was
so you've dealt with it before, and you'll do it with it again. You'll be absolutely fine. But just for like kind of the audience, what's the hardest part of the recovery process? Not physically, because you're extremely physical. You take great care of yourself. You'll repair yourself, no problem. But like mentally, what's the hardest part of the mental side of it?
Definitely missing out of everything. I remember specifically the first time, and a little bit this time, because so this one was more looking towards the season to come.
Yeah.
But this one, I mean, obviously is in the middle of the season. But going to sleep every night, like imagining myself playing because I didn't get to today, like just going through and playing games mentally was really tough just because I'm like, dang, I'm like 9 months off of this feeling again.
Yeah.
But, you know, I never saw it as this is the end. Like it was always like, let's look forward. I mean, long 9 months.
There's no doubt
be,
you come back from this.
Right,
There's no doubt.
Right. And I think the hardest part now is that it was in the middle of this one was in the middle of the season, and now my team is off to playoffs. Good luck, team.
Yeah.
But it's just I want them to do as best as they can, obviously, but it's hard to see them do it without me, just because I want to be.
You'll be there on the sidelines,
100%,
100%
supporting. But obviously, I would want to be in the mix.
ACL injuries is happening a lot in the women's game, especially the women's game.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned it at the start, right? Doing some injury prevention
right.
with some of your off-season programs. What I've completely lost my train of thought. That was it. What advice would you give to someone that is going through an ACL injury or something similar to yourself?
I mean, you know, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. I mean, there's a lot that you regret from when you did play, and then you have this like long time of self-reflection where you get to like watch your own film, like miss the game and all of this stuff. I mean, like sometimes you take it for granted, like, oh, I don't want to go to practice, oh, I don't want to go to training, but now that you're missing it for such a long time, you gotta like go back and love the game as much as you do.
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, there's people who I've been around who I've heard people say like, oh, this girl just had her, it wasn't me, but they were like, oh, this girl just tore her ACL for the second time. Like, I would think I would quit after that. But, you know, just never quit because, you know, there's always a chance for you to come back. And if you push as hard as you can, then you will.
It's a great mentality. Yza, what? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say like at PT we have the little E-stem thing with the pads and they like shock you. They're like, let me know when it's time to, because they're cranking it. And they're like, let me know when you want me to turn it off. And I'm like, I got this. So, you know, just like push as hard as you can to get where you want to go.
Does that help the recovery process a lot quicker?
I don't know.
I don't know about. I mean, it's like activating the muscles around it.
I mean, it's not going to speed you up by like a month or a week.
It's like little patches that go on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little electricity.
I might have to do some research on that. What was it?
It does hurt a little bit.
What was it like watching her go through that as the sister, as the big sister?
The first time, me and my mom were actually at a tour in Tyler, Texas, for because I was thinking about playing there, and my dad called and he was like, I could barely hear him. He was like mumbling. And he was like, the doctor just said that her ACL is torn, meniscus torn. And I was like, no, that's not real. And so I was like, I was in denial.
We like to play jokes.
Yeah. So I was definitely in denial. And then I don't remember if I heard any part of that tour. Because I was just like, well, that's it. Like,
really, she was on your mind.
Yeah. And at that point, I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't really know anything about like ACL culture at all. And so I was like, well, that's it. Like, she's done now. And I was like super sad for her because I was like, well, she was supposed to go play college. Like, we were supposed to play together this season. Because I was a senior that year and she was a sophomore, so it was our last year playing together. And
so you never played for the same high school team? Did you get some games?
1 year.
So I was 1 year when I was a freshman and she was a junior.
We scored a lot of goals together.
I can imagine. Yeah. So how did you support her then?
Well, when she came home and when we came home, I don't know what was wrong, but the nerve blockers didn't like block anymore.
They were off.
And she was just in so much pain. And I was like, I've never seen her like this before. At that point, we weren't exactly like super duper close. And so I never seen her like show any other emotion besides happy before.
Yeah.
And so
kind of tough to see then.
Yeah, very difficult to see. But I was basically at her beck and call for a year.
Like a bell.
Like feeding you grapes.
Yeah. Going through everything seriously was definitely a stepping stone in our relationship. definitely brought us closer.
So were you always this close?
No,
That's kind of changing the
definitely not.
subject a bit, but no, you said something at the start that you weren't. But
no.
No.
just hearing you now, like
I mean, we
you
joke
sound-
about it.
yeah.
But I mean, I didn't hate her, obviously, but I just didn't understand the importance of having one sister.
Yeah.
And
I didn't understand why she needed to steal my clothes.
Yeah. Okay, well that's always going to happen, isn't it, throughout
Yeah.
life? So.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely tried my best in supporting her with the little time that I had left because I was a senior and I was graduating. And then now coming back, my whole spring break was helping her. Well, not the whole thing, but helping her out because she's non-weight bearing still. So getting her own clothes and then getting her food. Like it was just genuinely just being a sister.
Yeah, that's cool. What's your timeline on this one? When do you think you'll be back on the field?
Obviously missing my first collegiate season with the bare minimum of recovery period. I think we just took the medical redshirt path, and I'll be back. We're gonna take the full year to fully return, but 10 months out would put me in December, and then the 11th and 12th month would put me kind of in spring season.
Okay.
Yeah,
spring season
So
in general.
kind of like I don't know why I'm looking at my watch. Like so this time kind of next year.
Right.
Yeah. Back on the okay.
Which
Well-
I think is probably the best time to come back because
Yeah.
spring season isn't as like challenging. Is you don't have 2 games a week, traveling every day or traveling every week. So I think it's
Yeah.
definitely the
And
best
That's
time
an
to come
excellent
back.
point.
Yeah, and with the first one, it was definitely different because it happened in at playoffs for club, and the goal was to come back to play in the next playoffs, which is obviously like a year out. But I think the timeline to go fully released and then immediately into playoffs, as compared to like have all this time and then ease into everything and then get a full head
That's smart.
Yeah.
run.
That's really smart.
Well, because
Into
also
No, you're
next
right.
season.
she
So it
hadn't
was
been
gonna be-
recruited at that point. Right?
No.
Yeah. So the rush was like because
Can't miss an international
she's been
stage.
gone for so long, and so her name kind of disappeared a little bit, and so I guess that was another big thing. Was getting her name back out there and saying like, hey, I'm still the Zea that I was a year ago. And yeah, so it was definitely awesome to see that.
Well, it did. Well, it led to the next level.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's touch on both of your journeys.
Mhm.
You know, obviously you're 2 years into yours. So let's start with you, Yza. What do you find is the biggest difference between your high school and your club compared to the college soccer that you're doing right now with Southwestern?
High school and college are probably the most similar in the sense of playing time. You want your best people out there at all times because you need to win.
Yeah.
And club is definitely the level of play is definitely the same in college, or if not more in college.
Yeah.
I think the competitiveness and the rivalries is definitely the same between high school and college. Like it's just I don't remember any team that I ever played in club.
Right.
But of course you remember your rivals in high school. You remember your rivals in your conference in college. And so I was talking with my dad earlier this week and I was like, he reminded me of a game and I was like, oh yeah, I remember when that happened. He was like, oh yeah, that was Lone Star U whatever. Well, I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, it's the coach with this person. I was like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't no idea. But I'll never forget like my rival in high school and our most challenging games in college are definitely things that I won't forget.
What surprised you most about playing for Southwestern?
I think the behind the scenes is definitely a big part of what surprised me the most. Preseason, because we're a D3 program, we don't have as much time between for our preseason and then our actual season. So we come in about 2 or 3 weeks before school actually starts, and it's every single day, twice a day, weights, um, weights 3 times a week, with also practices 2 hours every day.
Sounds demanding.
It was kind of hell. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely as a freshman, because you're going through orientation, you're going through all these different classes, and as a sophomore, I was like, this is weird. I don't have anything to do besides soccer.
Yeah.
So
how do you handle the schedule between training, games, and your classes?
My teammates and my coaches, and the community there is so welcoming, and it definitely reminds me of SC United because everyone knows each other, especially at a private small university.
Yeah.
So my teammates definitely get me through a lot of different things, and the culture that we built there is very surprising. When someone doesn't show up to club practice, you don't text them like, hey, are you okay? Where are you? Because it's just like, whatever. They probably have like a test or something.
Right.
But those morning practices at 5 a.m., we'll call you, we'll text you, we send people to your house
really?
to make sure, yes.
Because you're all in it together.
Yes. And it's definitely a big thing that got me through that first preseason for sure.
Okay. Are you enjoying college life?
I definitely am.
What's some of your favorite things about it?
Well, I guess being part of the team had my own built-in friend group. But I'm also a very social person in general. So making new friends, seeing other people. I've had the same friend group relatively since middle school, all the way through high school, and we're still friends now.
Yeah.
So I've never really got to know anyone brand new that I didn't have any history with. And so connecting with people outside of my life was definitely a big plus. Also going out with my teammates, my new friends, it was definitely a big part of my life, and it still is now.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about your recruitment process with New Mexico, like how it felt for you.
So it was definitely nothing I was expecting, just because I had never made contact with Mexico State before, but Coach D'Angelo told me the story of how he came across my Twitter and was like, oh, let's go to the game and check her out, and he just fell in love with like my game style and like my aggressiveness and like the way I played. So after the event, he emailed me and reached out and was like, hey, like we're interested, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like Mom, look at this, and she was like, oh yeah, this is great, like let's go, like let's get everything rolling. And so almost immediately, like the next week, we got in contact with head coach Bartz, and I let him know kind of my timeline, just because me personally considered later in my class's recruiting process.
Did you get recruited before the injury? The second one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So it was exciting for me to get this level of that I hadn't seen before. And so I forgot where I was going.
Sorry. Yeah, it's my fault.
No, you're good.
Throwing you off there.
Right. So I was on call with head coach Bartz, and he was like, yeah, whatever you need, like we can literally get you out in like the next 2 weeks. Like, what do you need from us? And I kind of told him like, I have a couple deadlines on these offers. Like, I need to know, like, can you match this? Or I wanted to play at the highest level, which is what they were providing, but I was also like tempted by, whatever. And so they were able to like give me a package, and it was like, all in, let's go. And so I got a visit scheduled, and on the visit, all 3 coaches took me around campus. They talked to me, personalized. My mom went all crazy in the gear store. And I think like at that moment, like not that specific moment, but like even before, like doing research about the program, knowing that is potentially a home, and then going to go see that home, and the coaches all treating me like I was already one of their players. That was definitely something that me and my mom both fell in love with, because she always said go where you're wanted, and we just found a home there. I mean, they took us out to dinner. We had conversations like every day. And I'd say I'm pretty like a little shy around like people I first met, but I never felt like that around them. It was immediately like I was able to open up. They were asking me questions. We were going back and forth. And even in such a little time, because from the start, June 15th of my junior year, I think, is when recruiting opens up. So from the start, I had been talking to people a whole year round, and just getting to know people that quickly and like developing that kind of bond, and then to accept the offer, and just it was such a
that's cool.
amazing moment.
Have they been pretty cool about the injury?
Oh yeah, so they were. I remember coming out of.
Were you nervous about letting them know?
I was a little nervous just because I knew they weren't. Just getting to know them, I knew that they weren't the type of people to be like, oh well, shoot, sorry, you got an injury, you can't. We're pulling your offer or whatever. But there was a little like, you never know. So I mean, I think my parents were freaked out by the fact that I said, oh, well, at least I have auto admit into every Texas school. But
because you hear those horror stories where you get an injury and they're like, no, you're done, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I was most nervous about, hearing that, like getting that call.
But you're such a talented player, and is it are you going to go and do a 4-year degree?
I am, yes sir.
So they still get 3 years of like top talent. Right? So you'd be crazy just to rip up the contract and be like, I'm sorry. Because you'll come back and haunt them. You'll go and find someone else and come back and haunt them. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, so I did get on the phone with Coach Bartz, and he was immediately just like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, we'll take care of you. And I was like, oh, shoot, like, that was quick. I expected him like a super long speech before he said anything. But he was just like immediately like, I'm so sorry. We'll take care of you here. Like, let's get you like started at home in PT, and we'll get you rolled in over here. Like, I'll have the trainer, her name is Genesis, text you. And she had already like immediately, like 30 minutes later, she texted and she was like, how are you doing? And so like I was already, the one line I keep telling everyone when they ask about this is he said like, you're an Aggie now. And so, it's great that there's someone like him or a program like him that was able to reel us in and then take care of us like just like that. And like,
that's cool. Are they going to give you your own personalized like injury recovery plan when you get back?
I believe so. I think what's not great, but what's fortunate, not fortunate, that's not the right word. There's another girl who's in my class who is also injured with an ACL tear. So what's, I don't know how to say.
You're
like,
not alone.
I'm not alone.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So it's not a good thing, not fortunate, but I'm not alone. And so I get to go there and go through the entire recovery process with her, and we even had surgery on the same day, so we're on the exact same timeline. But yeah, so I'm doing a medical red shirt for my first year, so I'll still have 4 years of eligibility. But I have full confidence that they'll take care of me there.
100%. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, look, let's move on to kind of wrap it up. Are you ready for a bit of a quick fire round?
Sure.
Oh no. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Pre-game song.
It has to be something Pitbull.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't have a specific song, but Pitbull is like my go-to like pump up song.
Okay.
Or pump up artist.
Some good hype music.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What's your pre-game song?
You
don't have one?
No,
what are you blasting out
really.
right now in the Piper changing rooms? What are they going to be playing tomorrow night before your game?
They do play a lot of Pitbull and like a lot of classic like 2010s to 2020 like bangers.
Who's in charge of the playlist on the squad?
Olivia Flores.
Yeah. Okay.
But what's funny is for a little bit there, I thought I was super main character moment, and I would listen to classical music before games and like mentally like.
There you go.
I thought it was cool.
That's cool.
It is cool.
Favorite soccer memory?
Linda Hamilton, my coach now, calling me right before an away game for Piper, and was like, "Well, welcome to Southwestern."
Yeah.
And so that call was definitely the best thing that's happened to me.
That's cool.
I think right now, beating Liberty Hill last year.
Yeah. And that's who do you have tomorrow? Is that who you have tomorrow? Liberty Hill again.
Yes.
Okay. Toughest opponent?
In college?
Ever.
Ever? Oh gosh, I don't know.
Is it your sister? The 1v1s in the backyard?
Actually, we never did that.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like the rivalry between Piper and Smith and Valley was always just a big thing.
Do you hate it that they're quite good this year?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you hate? We won't go into it. Toughest opponent, Zea?
I think definitely it's for club and solar. I think they've definitely built a reputation for themselves. I mean, it's not like I'm scared to go play them, but they definitely have that demeanor. Like,
are they national champions? I can't. They were once.
They were.
I don't know who it is right now.
2 years ago, I believe.
Were they?
I
Okay.
think so,
but. One word to describe each other.
Resilient.
That's a good one.
Hardworking. I would say that more.
Would it be bad if I said outgoing?
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Why is that bad?
Well, because I don't know, like yours is like resilient, hardworking, and mine's like outgoing.
Oh, I guess.
Who's more likely to become a coach?
Oh, me.
Not me.
No, you?
Not
Why?
me at all.
Well, I coached Rising Stars.
Well, you did. Yeah, that's right. You did. Yeah.
And then also I want to work in pediatrics, so I'm really good with kids anyway. And just having to teach this tiny person, like, this is like the best sport ever, is just probably the best thing ever.
See, I can't do that because sometimes they don't listen, and like I can't.
You'll just get annoyed, won't you?
I can't fake the enthusiasm. Like if they do that that cartwheel thing where
Are you would you consider yourself to be patient?
Not with kids.
Not with kids.
I was gonna say you do need a bit of patience.
Yeah,
to be a
no,
coach,
but if I see a kid doing like a cartwheel where they don't get their feet off the ground, I can't be like, I can't do the whole like, oh, that was nice. Like I'm so bad at it.
Okay, well, Yza, look us up when you're done and come and coach with us.
Yeah.
Zea, don't worry about it. Yeah.
Well, I have refed for SC United, so I'm okay with that.
Are you still reffing now?
Well, not now. But
Sorry. Were you still reffing before the injury?
I was, yes.
Still doing
Here and there. Whenever Duncan reached out and he was like, hey, we need refs. And I'm like, my license is not.
Are you like your license as well?
Yeah, I ref in the off season over there in Georgetown.
So money.
Actually, I ref at Round Rock Multiplex a lot. So, and actually, I refed. What team is Alex on? I don't know. Well, yeah. I refed one of the games that I refed this past weekend. SC United was playing on the field over, so I got to say hi.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Last little bit, the advice segment. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Oh, okay.
Who's going to go first?
I can go first. The thing that I've always, I had a coach who told me this, and I've always kept it close to my heart, was play for the little girl that fell in love with soccer. And that's definitely carried me through the hard times and the good.
Yeah. Zea? Any advice for young Zea? Don't hurt yourself. Stop hurting yourself.
Watch the knees.
Watch the knees.
I think knowing how I was back then with the whole like I don't want to go to practice thing. I would definitely say the pain of regret is more than the pain of discipline. And I think growing into that, working hard for hours every summer day, just really, I get fun out of it now, but I know little me probably would have been like, oh my God, take me home.
Yeah.
But, doing everything I can now to be at my best definitely leaves me without regret and following the discipline path.
So what do you think separates players who make it from those that don't?
I think I just said, but like discipline is definitely like.
You think that's the main reason?
I think that is because there's discipline and what's the stronger word for care? Like,
well, I was gonna say mentality because passion,
part of mentality.
Well, I was gonna say passion because going into your freshman year of college, you have a lot to do. You have clubs you have to join. You have what's it called? You have schedules that you need to be part of, and going through the 2 practices a day, every single day. You're with those same girls for very, very long periods of time. So I would definitely say mental toughness and mentality will get you through everything.
Yeah.
I fully agree. I think to broaden like a broad term would be mentality, just because you're gonna face hardships, you're gonna face the ups and the downs, and you can't get cocky when you're up and get down when you're down, if you know what I mean. And I think that you can never, like I said earlier, you can never be satisfied with where you are, and you have to want more and want everything, because from a very little age I've always wanted to be the best, and even if I'm not right now, I'm always going to work to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. Do you know what? I think that's an excellent point there to finish on. So I just want to say, look, both of you, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
It's been so much fun. It's two incredible journeys, right? It's two incredible people. From your early days with us to your success at high school to now, obviously, Yza, you playing at college.
Mm-hmm.
You're going into the college game. We couldn't be any more proud of you. As you said, Mum's bought up all the gear, right?
Yes.
So she actually, because she's just to the audience, she's just sitting over here to my left, and
I think she buys new shoes every season.
Well, it made me laugh when you said that, because she did it at SA United. I think she was, kept us in business for all these years, buying all our merchandise. The stuff that she's done at Piper, right? Hosting all your parties and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, but no, brilliant. Look, thanks for coming in. It's been so good sitting down and chatting with you. I think, any last words before we call it?
No, I mean, I'm definitely glad to have this opportunity, because I think a lot of these thoughts I have on my own, but I've never been able to like get asked and then explain and then like have other people see it if I'm not able to repeat this all to my friends tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then also, I guess, seeing a different side of Yza, because this is a lot of stuff that I know but haven't heard in her own kind of words and perspectives.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely thank you for the opportunity. And I would like to say, to shout out my head coach, Linda Hamilton, and our assistant coach, Felix Oscom. And of course, my teammates. I love y'all. Y'all make Southwestern. I hope so.
Yeah.
They better.
Well, at least watch the end of this.
Yeah.
But y'all make Southwestern home, and I really appreciate y'all.
Okay.
But yeah.
Brilliant.
Always repping the black and gold. Still.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's the same colours, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Well, you reminded me. Good luck to Piper tomorrow at Liberty Hill. And
let's go.
big shout out to Duncan, and obviously all of the coaches here that I have had and have had the opportunity to be around, including you, Martin, and Brendan and Brandon, even though I didn't have him, and also Duncan and Katie, even though Katie's not here anymore, but miss her.
quick score prediction for tomorrow night.
I want to say 3-0.
3-0.
Win.
3-0. Go Piper.
Let's go.
3-0
Go
win.
Piper.
Yeah, which way? 3-0 which way?
3-0 win.
All right. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Appreciate
course,
it.
thank
All right.
you.
Thanks, guys.